One thing that sucks about painting murals is when it is freezing outside. And that's why today's project is so freaking awesome, because I'll be painting a mural inside a salon. There's a pretty cool salon here in Montgomery called Seville's, and I have always loved the atmosphere of this place. They have a bunch of artwork on the walls surrounding the whole shop, they play great music, and the folks there are just awesome. I've wanted to paint something here for a really long time, and finally the owner and I were able to work out a deal to get this thing done. So what I'll be painting is a skeleton version of BettyBoop. She's got a retro vibe that people really like, she's a symbol of beauty, and I just feel like a skeleton version of BettyBoop is going to be a really cool piece that fits this salon. This is also going to be a really cool project because I'll be using a new program to see how it works out. It's on the Oculus and it's called Contour. A buddy of mine sent me a video of other artists using it for chalk art. Usually I use a doodle grid, which is time consuming and it isn't always perfect, especially when you have really small intricate lines like this character. So I've got everything loaded up to take over to the shop, and to be totally honest, I'm not entirely sure what to expect when I get there. I'm not sure if the wall's going to be ready to paint, if everything's going to be taken down, if the wall's been prepped. I'll just have to see what it looks like when I get there. But today is most likely going to be setting everything up and getting ready to paint. The owner, Jen, is kind of hard to pin down, but she is super cool and she is one of the nicest people that you will ever meet. Hey. All right, there's a shelf and a few paintings that need to come down before I can get started. Then I have to clean this wall and patch any holes. Jen and I didn't really talk about what needed to be done before I got started, so there's no reason to expect any of this to be done ahead of time. And honestly, even if we had, it's my job to get the wall ready to paint for any project that I'm working on. Now it's time for the Oculus and the Contour app. I've played with this app a little bit to get used to it, and what you have to do is upload an image to the Oculus. There's some pretty simple instructions that you can follow, but once you have the image in the app, you can resize it to any surface and you're ready to go. Now that I'm using it for a large-scale project, this app is amazing. I can't figure out how to show you what I'm seeing like other videos that I've seen, but one big difference is that I have a Quest 2, so everything is black and white and grainy, which really makes me wish I had a Quest 3. But for this purpose, it is awesome. Instead of taking 2 to 3 hours with a doodle grid or a projector, I was able to get this outline on the wall in about 45 minutes using an app that I have very little experience with. So this is something I'm definitely going to be using a lot. And now for the best part of my job, painting. While painting a mural, there's a lot going on. You're almost always painting in a public place, so there's a lot of things happening around you, a lot of people stopping to talk to you while you're painting, and since I'm also shooting a video, I have a lot to keep up with, which is why I didn't even notice that the batteries died on both of my cameras, and now BettyBoop went from no dress to a fully painted red dress. But worse things have happened. Now you can really see this mural taking shape, and so far people already love it, and it's not even halfway done. At this point, I have all the color added to this piece, so next I'll need to fill in all the large areas with black. And then I can start on the outline, which is my least favorite part of painting any character. There's always so much that can go wrong, and I always feel like I'll trip at the finish line while working on outlines, so it always takes me forever because I'm trying to be so meticulous and careful. What makes murals and painting in general so amazing for me is the ability to draw something and then watch it become reality as I paint it. For me, when I sketch or draw something, it's still just an idea until I start painting it, then it becomes more real. And with murals, I get to see something that I created on a much larger scale compared to painting a canvas. And this BettyBoop is easily 10 times bigger than what it would have been if I painted it on a canvas, and it's beautiful. One thing a lot of people don't think about is how much and how often you go up and down a ladder while painting a mural. And I know they don't think about it because I never thought about it until I started doing it. I've done roofing, installed satellite dishes, and security systems in houses without going up and down a ladder as often as I do while painting a mural. But hands down, painting is the best job I have ever had. And I probably wouldn't go up and down a ladder so much if I planned better or had better equipment to keep my paints closer. But I also step back a lot because I have a really bad habit of focusing on small details that you will never see from 5, 10, or 15 feet away. So I have to take a step back, or else I'll sit on top of a ladder for days trying to make something perfect when no one would even see it. On the other hand, I also have to take a step back, or else I might miss something I did wrong because I'm too close to notice it. So either way, I'm destined to run up and down ladders forever. It has been so cool to paint in this spot, so a huge shout out to Seville's and Jen for allowing me to come in and paint this really fun piece for them. And now to wrap up this mural, the last thing I need to do is sign it. And while signing this huge BettyBoop, this puppy decided to run in the shop and keep me company. I'm not sure whose dog this was, but he came very close to coming home with me because of how chill and how cool he was while I was painting. This was such a random and awesome surprise just at the end of this project. And here it is, one last look at the BettyBoop of Seville's. Alright, that is it for BettyBoop. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this mural and this video. If so, hit the like button, subscribe, comment, share, and be sure to check out my website, SeanDayArt.com, to grab some of my paintings or prints. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. There's a table there.